got back home. Where we live, it takes a while to go anywhere. It's a small town about 3 miles east of Portland, Oregon. And all my videos, I put Portland because no one would know this little teeny tiny town where, I mean, we got a little country store and a post office. And then, houses spread out. And of course, there's a school that goes from kindergarten through high school. So, like I say, it's a small little community. But it takes a while. If I want to go into the adjacent areas, to any of the stores, such as in Gresham, which is it's kind of a suburb of Portland. And it can easily take 2-3 hours round trip for me to get back home. Anyway, I get back home, and one of the questions Mom has asked me again is if she's in her bedroom. See, her dementia is at a point where she's having some trouble remembering. And the memories are scrambled up. And about, 5 years ago, where I had all those tall trees, you've seen some of my videos where I got all those trees around the house. Well, I had a whole bunch of them cut down because it was becoming nerve-wracking. Because in 14 years of living up here, I had 5 of those trees fall on my house and do considerable damage. And I was tired of having to have things rebuilt. And one of the last trees, just the tip of it, smacked over the room where Mom was staying, caused the ceiling to fall down. Luckily, it didn't fall down until I had her out of the bed and everything, but onto her bed and everything. And water is all coming down, so I had to do a lot of cleaning and get everything out of the room and had it rebuilt. Well, while the room was being rebuilt, she used it's a 3-bedroom, well, actually 4-bedroom house I have, and she was staying in one of the extra guest bedrooms. So because I gave her a larger bedroom for her, just being a nice son. But anyway, her mind's jumping back to when she was in the other room. Now I'm explaining that to her and explaining, and of course I like to joke, and occasionally I do that on here, but not very much, where you get that sense of my personality. But when I do go out, I often will take my little dog, you saw her here, and I'll put her in bed with Mom. And so I got home and I explained to her, no, you're in your room, and reminded her of all the circumstances. And then I grabbed the leash and I said, well, I'm going to have to take you outside to go potty now. Mom looks at me. I'm talking to the dog. Kind of puzzled. She says, you talking to me? And so I have fun with it. I said, yeah, you're not remembering that? I always have to take you outside to go. And she looks, and pretty soon I start laughing. She goes, oh, you had me going. But sometimes you got to have a little fun with things. And I do tease her a bit, but that's part of my personality. A little joking, a little teasing. Like I say, you have to laugh at life or you'll cry. Anyway, friends, have a good night.